nobody here ever wants to see the Mothman. They don't want anybody to ever see the Mothman because it's supposed to, according to John Keel's book, it foretells a disaster. He could come here and research his book for a year and stayed here and across the river and around the area and wrote the novel, which says that before large disasters all over the world, since the beginning of time, there's been a large bird sighted flying around the area before the disaster happened. So we don't want nobody to see it again. Guys I worked with up in Charleston, they would come down on the weekends and look for it. I didn't. I had a critical job. I was a tool and die maker, and we were making tanks and personnel carriers for the Vietnam War. And so I worked about 7 days a week and a lot of overtime. I didn't have time to come down and look for it. But guys I worked with, just on production and stuff there, they'd come down and look for it on Saturdays or Sundays. It was a kind of a big, when it was actually happening. I was in there eating, and I heard the TV in the living room come on with a news flash. So I got up and went in there to see it. This was about 5:35 or 5:40 in the evening, and it had a news flash on it. I just couldn't believe it. It was just like, So it was right about the edge of dark. It's only a 2-lane bridge. It was like a swinging bridge. It had two towers, and it had a chain link, like a big chain link, like it's on a motorcycle or whatever, only big. That's one over them towers that supported the bridge. And I'd went across it many times, and you get traffic on our stop and go. There was a red light on the Ohio side, there was a red light on the West Virginia side, so it was stop and go traffic. And it just wore the pins wore, and one of the pins on the chain broke, started to creel, and the other side couldn't hold it, and it just went in, creeled over sideways and went in the river, killed 46 people. That was 1967, December 15, 1967. Yeah, John Keel stayed here. He was here at our second Mothman Festival, which was 10 years. The second one was 10 years. I think it was our 11th one we just had. So 10 years ago, John Keel came, and really a fine man. He drove down from New York. He was getting up in years at that time. And I got lost 3 or 4 times coming from New York, so it took him about 3 days to get here.
And he'd been here before.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he'd been here before. We sat around here and talked a lot, John and I did. He was a down-to-earth guy, very, very intelligent, but very down-to-earth, very perceptive, you know what I mean, about anybody was putting on,
airs or
yeah, he's very perceptive about honesty, you can tell that,
So this is this is the site of the Silver Bridge collapse, which happened 45 years ago, December 15th, 1967. It actually happened at 5:05, which is around the time right now. And we're here. We were just visiting at the Mothman Museum. We might run over to the TNT area in just a few minutes. We hadn't planned on lining it up like this, and we just happened to walk down here and realized that we were walking down at around the same time the bridge collapsed. We learned a few interesting things from some original source material in the museum. Looking at some correspondence with John Keel, it looks like Keel, his street address in New York City, which was 330 33rd Street, lined up pretty interestingly with the Silver Bridge collapse itself. It looked like the eye hole 330 was the one that snapped on the Silver Bridge, and it was the sister eye hole 33 snapped subsequently, and it just really bizarre how things like that line up. John Keel's street address, 330 33rd Street. Driving out to the TNT area right now. We're all getting the fear. Could that be it? Something area. past it. Pair of red eyes in the distance.
In the shape of Christmas lights.
I don't know, there's power running over there. I'm doing a cookie. Up there. I don't think this is it.
No lie. I just finished, in record time, the best burger, or at least one of the best, for right now, the best burger I can ever remember eating in my life. A Cajun burger at the Iron Gate in Point Pleasant. Delicious. Ryan had the exact same thing. His is gone. Gone. Totally gone. Best burger.
Nice. Yeah, and I've been sick all day, and as you can see. How's that behind look?
That's nice. He's right. He's right. That's a great behind.
God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this isn't just a Mothman. This is a Mothman.